15 minutes. That's all it took to change everything. Not 15 hours, not 15 days, 15 minutes. And if you think this sounds way too simple to work, you're about to discover why that's exactly the problem. You've been conditioned to believe freedom requires massive action. That's the lie that's keeping you trapped.
Your Success DNA podcast. Your success is in your DNA.
What is up? What is up? What the hell is up, my fellow success seekers? Welcome back to another episode of Your Success DNA, the podcast for my aspiring entrepreneurs and 9-to-5 escapees. Anyone out there that's looking for some mindset shifts, habit upgrades, and that little dose of rebellion, all designed to help you break free from the convention so that you can build not just a life, but perhaps even a business aligned with your version of success. And if you know someone who dreams about ditching the grind, but still makes a little time for that personal development, a little sprinkle of self-help in their life, then go ahead and forward this episode to them. All right, let me break down what we're going to be talking about in today's episode. First, I want to share with you the exact moment that I discovered small, consistent actions compounded into lifetime-changing momentum faster than any grand gesture ever could or ever would. Then, second, we're going to break down the specific 15-minute framework that turns your lunch break or any other time you choose into your liberation strategy without burning you out and without sacrificing your current income. And then third, finally, I'm going to reveal why this system works when everything else seems to fail. I'm going to give you the precise action steps that you need to start your own 15-minute rebellion as soon as you're done listening to this podcast. That's right, today, okay? Here's what no one tells you about building your escape plan from whatever it is. It could be financial escape. It could be relationship escape. It could be spiritual escape. The reason that you're stuck is not because you don't have enough time. No, we all have the same amount of time. It's because you've been brainwashed into believing that meaningful change requires massive disruption. That's corporate conditioning talking to you. I'm just going to call it like I see it. They want you to think that it's all or nothing. You could quit your job or you can stay forever. You can hustle 80 hours a week or you can accept mediocrity. All of that is designed to do one thing, and that's to keep you paralyzed. Okay? So here's what I want you to do. I want you to go ahead and close your eyes for a moment. Now, only if that's a safe thing to do right now. But either way, I want you to picture something with me. It's 6:47 on a Tuesday. You're sitting in your car. Maybe it's in the company parking lot. And you got your coffee in hand, and it's slowly getting cold. You have 13 minutes before you have to walk back through those doors and pretend you give a shit about the morning meeting. But today feels a little different for some reason. Today, instead of scrolling through social media or checking your emails, the ones that really don't even matter, you open up your phone and you pull up a simple note app and you write one sentence. I am building my path to freedom. Go ahead, feel that for a second. Notice how those words seem to land a little differently than I want to escape or I hope things can change. You're not wishing anymore. You're building. Now, picture yourself typing the first small step. Maybe it's research 3 people in my industry who went solo. Maybe it's write down what I'd charge for the skill I already have. Something small, something totally doable in 15 minutes, in the next day. And then set a timer for 12 more minutes. Yeah, you know what I'm going to tell you. And then just do it. Right there in your car while your coworkers are rushing past your window, stressed out about maybe being 2 minutes late. But you're not stressed. You're building. Now, here's what I want you to do. I want you to fast forward 3 weeks. Same parking lot. Same time, same coffee getting cold, but now you're not just writing ideas anymore. You're messaging maybe your first potential client. Your hands are a little shaky as you hit that send button, but you hit it anyway. Because somewhere in those 15-minute sessions, something inside you shifted. You stop being someone who just dreams about freedom, and you start being someone who builds that freedom. Okay, let's fast forward one more time. Let's picture yourself 6 months ahead. You're still in that same parking lot, but this time you're on a call with maybe your third client. As the conversation ends, you sit there for a minute and you realize something profound. You have just made more in that 15-minute call than you made in a full day at the job that you're about to walk into. But here's what really changed. It's not just the money. It's who you became in those parking lot 15-minute moments. You became someone who follows through. You became someone who builds instead of just consumes. And you became someone who creates their own opportunities instead of waiting for permission from someone that can't even give you permission in the first damn place. The person that you became was always inside you. The 15 minutes that you spent each of those days just gave them space to breathe. Yeah. So let's break this down into a system for that 15 minutes that you can start today. I'm going to call this the 15-minute freedom framework. Duh, it seems simple, and it has 3 phases. Phase 1 is going to be your identity shift. This is about 1 to 5 minutes. This isn't about productivity, ladies and gentlemen. This is about psychology. For the first 5 minutes, you're not working on your side hustle. You're becoming an entrepreneur or whatever it is you're trying to become. Okay? Here's what I want you to do. Open a doc. You can open it on your laptop. You can open it up on your iPad, on your phone, whatever, and write 1 sentence that starts with, I am building, and you finish the sentence. Don't write, I want to build. Don't write, I hope to build. I want you to write present tense.
Your Success DNA podcast. Your success is in your DNA.
I am building a consulting practice. I am building an amazing podcast. I am building a fantastic relationship. I am building a content business. Yeah. I am building my freedom. Whatever it is you want to write, just write it. Then spend the next 4 minutes writing why that matters to you. I don't want you to write down your goals. I want you to write down your reasons. Yeah, we've heard about that. You need to know your why. And here's inside of that, you need to know that that why aligns with who you are and who you want to become. And the deeper you go, the better. Because if you can't write your why, it's not going to happen. And if you write something about your why that who you are doesn't align with, guess what? It's not going to happen. So you need to align these things up. Phase number 2, this is micro action. You're going to spend minutes 6 through 12 on this. Now, what I want you to do is take 1 tiny action, 1 specific action towards that identity you just wrote down. And I mean tiny, T-I-N-Y. It needs to be even smaller than the word tiny. Maybe it's research 1 potential client, write 1 paragraph of content, outline 1 service that you would offer. Maybe you send 1 networking message, write 1 thing you can do to build that amazing relationship. Maybe you learn 1 new skill for 7 minutes. The key here is completion, execution. You must finish something in those 6 minutes. Your brain needs to experience that dopamine hit of closure, not excitement, not intrigue, not interest. Closure and completion. Okay, now here's phase 3. This is the compound setup. This will be that last couple of minutes you got in there, 13 to 15. This is where most people are going to stumble and bumble and fall and faceplant. They take action, but then they won't take the time to set up tomorrow's action. Use those final 2 or 3 minutes to decide exactly what you will be doing in tomorrow's 15-minute session. Write it down. Be specific. Tomorrow, I'm going to spend 15 minutes writing the outline for my first blog post, not work on content. No, work on content is not specific. I'm going to spend tomorrow and then finish that sentence. Okay? And here's the weekly evolution that's going to come on how this is going to compound. Week 1, you're going to figure out the rhythm and the building of the habit that you're trying to create, of who you're trying to become. Week 2, you're going to start seeing those small wins, and those small wins are going to start gaining and improving your confidence. In week 3, you're going to be making real progress that others are going to start noticing. And by week 4, you're going to be protecting that 15-minute time block like your life depends on it. And guess what? Your new life absolutely does depend on it. Okay? So, speaking of guarding things, building action plans, if you're serious about this type of transformation, then you need to come on over and join the community of people who are actually doing it and sign up for the Unleash Your Success DNA newsletter. It's specifically designed for my aspiring entrepreneurs and 9-to-5 escapees just like you. Each week, we get into more mindset shifts and habit upgrades and more doses of rebellion, all that help you break free from the convention to build not just a business, but again, a life aligned with your version of success. More of the kind of things that we talk about here. We go a little deeper quite often. This isn't just another generic business newsletter. This is your weekly reminder that you weren't born to play by someone else's rules. All right. And to sign up, you'll see the link down in the show notes, or you can go to yoursuccessdna.com and sign right up there. Okay. So let's zoom out for a moment, shall we? Why does this 15-minute system work when everything else you've tried seems to fail? And here's why I think it is. It's because it's designed around a fundamental truth about your psychology, about human psychology in general. we do not resist small changes. We resist the story we tell ourselves about big, huge, ginormous changes. Yeah, it's like the frog that you toss into the water and then turn the heat up under the water. I don't want you to boil yourself to death, but you get what I'm saying. When you say, I'm going to start a business, your brain instantly goes into calculation mode, right? And it starts calculating all the risks, reminding you of all the unknowns, all the ways that everything you don't know could go wrong. And that's why you procrastinate. However, when you say, I'm going to spend 15 minutes thinking like an entrepreneur, your brain says, okay, I can handle 15 minutes. What could go wrong in 15 minutes? So you see, this is bigger than productivity. This is about identity architecture. You're not just building a business. You're building a version of yourself who runs a business. Or maybe you're not building a business. Maybe you're trying to improve your relationship. So you're not building a better relationship. You're building a version of yourself who executes on a better relationship. And here's the real paradigm shift. Freedom is not a destination that you are going to arrive at and go, ta-da, I'm here. It's a muscle that you develop 15 minutes at a time. Yeah, okay? All that said, here's your whiskered wisdom for this week. Your future self is built in 15-minute increments. There it is. Wisdom dropped. Every day that you choose to spend 15 minutes building instead of consuming, you're voting for the person that you want to become. Every day you don't, you're voting for who you are to stay the same. There it is. The person you'll be in 1 year is determined by what it is you do in the next 15 minutes every single day. Your specific action for today, set a timer for 15 minutes. As soon as this episode is done, open a document and write that sentence. I am building, and complete that sentence. Then spend the remaining time taking one small action towards that identity, that person that you need to become to create whatever it is that you're building. Don't overthink it. Don't plan it to death. Don't break it down into minutiae little steps. No, just start. Whatever that first idea, first step that popped into your head, do it. Because the only difference between the dreamers and the builders is this. Builders start before they are ready. Listen, you've been preparing long enough. You've been thinking about this for freaking ever. You've been planning for it, and you've been waiting for that perfect moment. But here's the thing. Perfect moments do not exist. Only present moments exist. Your 15-minute rebellion, it starts right now. Not tomorrow, not Monday. N-O-W, now. No, I don't want you to keep waiting for permission to become who you were meant to be. Who's going to give you that permission anyway? The world doesn't need another person out there playing it safe. It needs you, unedited, unafraid, and completely unstoppable. And with that, I'm going to leave you as I always do. Think successfully and take action.
Thanks for listening to Your Success DNA podcast. Whether you're starting out or you're a seasoned entrepreneur, we have the tools and inspiration that you need to take your life to the next level. So stay tuned for more game-changing advice in our upcoming episodes. And hey, before you go, a quick reminder to check out our past episodes of Your Success DNA for more inspiring stories and practical advice. And if you've loved what you heard, leave us a review and share this podcast with your friends and colleagues. Let's all level up our lives together, shall we? Remember, your success is in your DNA.